How are we doing out there, YouTubers? Gary coming from Nana's Barn here in Orange, Massachusetts. We haven't recorded a video here in I don't know, a couple weeks, so wanted to cover something here that I've kind of I didn't realize until I saw somebody else's video, and so for those of you that are kind of keeping up with our videos, here's just another kind of trick or something to keep in mind, especially when you're trying new sources to get your items for resale. I wish I would have known this a lot sooner, but there was plenty of times as I had opened this business that we'd come across, broken coffee pot, a coffee maker, or a crock pot, food processor, I don't know, just anything where it's multiple parts and a certain item within that, or a certain part within the whole item isn't working, or it's cracked. Maybe you pull out a coffee maker and the glass pot falls on the ground, and so now you don't have a glass pot. So this video here, I just want to show you that you can still make some money on partial items, such as like what you're going to see here first. A coffee pot that maybe the burner in the coffee maker itself might not function well, but you still have that glass pot that so many people will drop on the floor, or will get a little chip in it, or just get dirty. And why go out and buy a whole new coffee maker when you can just buy the glass pot? Now, some of these that you'll see, you might ask yourself, well, why the heck would I go out and spend $20 or $15 on a just a pot when I could go out and spend $30 for a whole coffee maker? You're right, and it's really it's in the mind of the buyer. If the buyer just wants to get the pot and be done with it, then great. If they want to go to a store and pick up a brand new coffee maker with everything and chuck the old coffee maker that they have, to each its own. So so I'm going to show you a couple of things here. Now these are just a few things that I went to an auction the other night, and actually it was last week, and I picked up a couple pallets. The guy that runs the auction bought a truckload of general merchandise items from one of those liquidation type places. And so this is kind of like the stuff that was left over. He didn't really go through it, didn't process it. Nothing was guaranteed. So I bought 2 pallets. I bought one that was, mirrors and picture frames and that kind of thing, home decor type stuff. And the other one was these small household appliances. So these are just a few things that I have a box piling up over here that are just bits and pieces. Maybe there was an extra coffee maker without a pot or something in that tote that I got, or the pallet that I got. But nonetheless, I have a box of stuff over here that I am processing, getting it all together, and I'm going to be putting it on eBay. And so here's just a few things here that you can kind of make the most of your money. And it's not a complete thing. It's not a complete item. So let's take a look at this here. Now I have the 5-cup Mr. Coffee, but we've also got like 5 or 6 of just the metal Mr. Coffee pots. I was trying to look through here quickly to see if I can find the metal ones. It doesn't look like I can find them, but still, I mean, look at some of these. These are all used replacement pot, 12 cup, 12 cup, 12 cup. Looks like they're all 12 cup, and it's all just the style. You go on there, and I mean, even this one here, you know, $4.99. If you bought a pot, like for example, I bought the entire pallet. I bought the entire pallet for $55 of small appliances. There was probably 70 to 80 pieces on there, so I spent less than $1 a piece. So even if I got $1 for the coffee pot, I'm still in theory making a profit on the items. And you know, and obviously there was good stuff in there as well. I've sold all but 5 or 6 of the appliances that were fully functional, new, you know, fully operational. I've sold all of them except for 5 things, and I've made well over $55. So again, it's all profit. So if I post the glass, you know, the glass replacement pot on eBay and get $2 or $3 out of it, well, great. That's $2 or $3 profit, and it's better than nothing. So it's better than throwing it outside in my dumpster and not making anything on it. So, and again, some people may say it's not worth my time. It's a little glass pot. I got to deal with it. I got to put it in my little storage area where, you know, I keep all my eBay items, and then I got to ship it, and it's, you know, it's not worth the time. I beg to differ. I really do. And some people may not agree with me, but you know, you look at this as $4.99. Looks like free shipping possibly. Look at this one, 12 cup. That's for the FT and the IS series, which is probably the bigger scale models with the, or not scale models, but the bigger coffee makers with the digital things and all that. $23.32 with free shipping. Excuse me, I got a little bit of a cold. Just kind of glancing through here. I mean, $4.99, $6, $27.99. That's kind of a weird one. $18.99. Now that just looks like a standard one right there. $18 right here. So, I mean, why not use these little items that you've already paid for, and maybe you've already made a profit on the items that you've bought, or you know, maybe just somebody brought in a bag of stuff and was just like, I don't want it, here, do what you want with it. I mean, there's been plenty of times that I've gone through a trash bag that somebody's brought in here of just stuff that they wanted to donate, and I found, you know, maybe the lid on the coffee maker that where you put the water in is broken off. People aren't going to want to buy that typically, at least in the store. I personally, I trashed it when that first happened. But now that I've come across this information that I now can put it on eBay and make a couple dollars with it, that's what I'm going to do from now on. I'm not going to waste any more profits. So, you know, again, it's just an idea for you. Another thing that I've got here is these food processor parts. And I've worked in human services, and there's so many times that we would lose the blade or the cover would be broken on the top of the food processor. And I never even thought about this when I was going through the items earlier, or last week when I bought them. There's a food processor, it says it doesn't work, that I bought on that pallet. Had the receipt right on it. That was a return. It doesn't work. I plugged it in. I tested it. It didn't work. So at first I just kind of chucked it, and then I remembered, hey, maybe I can, you know, take maybe the cover off and sell that to somebody that needs it, or maybe the blade for one of those mini food processors, you know, or maybe the little doohickey that pushes the food down in the chute, you know, that right there, or maybe just the I mean, there's many different parts besides the part that is broken. And today, now that I think about it, I had a drone that I had in the store or whatever. It came back defective. It didn't fly. Um, didn't have the box for it. So I took it, I put it on eBay, and I sold it. I sold it today for a couple of bucks plus $10 shipping. It's only going to cost me a couple bucks to ship it. And but still, that's a defective part or a defective item that I'm still making profit on, and it's broken. And these people know, as long as you know how to write it out as a description, so you're not, for lack of better terms, screwing somebody, and you're not trying to sell something like it still works, you'll be completely fine. And as long as you put that it does not work for parts only, or this is a replacement part, like that drone, I put parts only in the title, I put parts only in the description, I put that it doesn't work, doesn't fly, not guaranteed to work, all that. May have only sold it for a couple of dollars. It's probably a $200 or $300 drone, brand new, if it worked fine. But again, there's no use for it here if it doesn't work. So I made the most out of it, and again, now it's going to be shipped off to, I'm not sure where, but I mean, look, if you can come up with a couple of these different parts, it's a Cuisinart food processor parts for a DLC8, $48 with 4 bids. There's people out there that need these replacement parts. So again, just be smart with your but be smart with your with the items that are coming into either coming into your store or just that come across at a tag sale or a yard sale or whatever. If you come across the food processor and it's only 50 cents, pick it up. I mean, throw it in a box, hide it in your garage, or if you have a store, make a little storage area for it, and just sell those parts. It doesn't take much. It doesn't take much. So that's my little helpful food for thought, I guess. I hope it's useful to everybody. Like the video, comment below, tell me what you think of the idea. Tell me some of your ideas on how you use some things that may have come back to you in your business, or some junk that you may have found that you've ended up being able to flip for a profit still. For Nana's Barn, I'm Gary Boschman, located here in Orange, Massachusetts. Thanks for watching. Tell your friends.